What's up, you guys? Welcome to my channel where this the BSL podcast for Be Sweet Love, you guys. Today we're gonna talk about being an emotional sponge, boundaries around intimacy, the side effects of sex as an empath or a sensitive person, abstinence, okay, and food and water fasting. Okay, that's gonna be the topic. So let's just get straight into it, you guys, and talk about it, you guys. And y'all get in the comments. Feel free, to discuss and everything, politely, But these again, like I said, this is a podcast where we talk about the real shit, the heavy things, but eventually, we'll get to some lighter things and stuff. But this is most like the deep stuff, people who are going through things and they don't talk about it, and you resonate and you understand like ways you can deal with it, but also just understanding you're not the only person struggling with certain things. So, one, I have being an emotional sponge. I find this a big challenge for me day in and day out, just wanting to be, I'm hearing inside, I can channel y'all as well. I can hear spirits. So sometimes when you say I'm hearing, that means like the spirits are saying stuff. Okay, they talk kind of like throughout the day, but there's an energy of like I really feel kind of like I can get really bogged down. I can get like really pick up really heavy energy from like outside sometimes, and from like just being in certain environments. So that's it. Like I've been trying to learn like how to deal with that, how to be able to be out and have fun without absorbing energy. And that's been a struggle, you guys. It's been a long time coming, okay? Because I mean, I've picked up some weird energies, and I mean, sometimes it don't even have to be around me. It could be someone I'm here at a distance that I'm connected to. I can literally pick up how they feeling about me, and it feels like it's me, feeling that way. But because I feel like this is one of the biggest things you have to be. I'm here have self awareness and be self aware when it comes to like being really sensitive or empathic, to energies and things like that. I'm hearing even karmic cycles and stuff. Like you can pick up other people. I'm hearing drama or whatever, and I'm hearing it's disrespectful to our auric field or whatever. But it happens a lot. It can literally like zap your energy and have you feeling tired. But sometimes as well, you can just pick up exactly what other people are going through, you guys. So I've one thing I can give, as a tip that I've been using that I kind of feel like it does help. I feel like I'm less affected than I was like years ago, months ago. I literally been doing the thing that they always say to do, which is like visualizing like I'm in a glass ball. That's kind of what I do. I envision myself in a glass ball for some reason and being protected. Like literally, like I really envision myself encapsulated in a glass ball when I step out or when I go places and go and do things. Even sometimes I got this energy of a little like PTSD, a little bit of anxiety from me being a driver and driving for so long. Okay, so I noticed like I'll just try to think, I'm having positive thoughts, positive affirmations, which I do too, but I mean to prevent tragedy, because I feel like when you're in a good vibration, a high vibration, a lot of times you can manifest really fast. So I try to always correct my thoughts and things, but a lot of times I envision myself inside of a glass ball or whatever. But a lot of people always say you like a golden light. I feel like anything you could, if you even if you think about like a cage around yourself, like anything that feels and make you feel protected, it for some reason it really becomes strong, especially when you have like a sense of belief behind it. Like it really can be strong, and I guess like because it's just the power of like the unseen, so it's given like you do the best you can, like trial and error, try different things. And also crystals, you guys, I really like had to get used to that. Purchasing crystals or wearing crystals, even sometimes I don't want to wear something around my neck. I feel like I have to, even if it's not a crystal, just something that symbolizes protection, that when you put it on, you're protected from the world and all its energies, and I mean in madness and stuff. So I've been trying to practice that, carrying crystals or like different emblems that make me feel like I'm protected as well, which just helps as it from being an emotional sponge and everything. So y'all tell me, the struggles. Tell me in the comments like what type of struggles y'all deal with when it comes to that and how it affects your everyday life and your family dynamics and things like that. Because I feel like even living in a house with certain people, certain energies, certain frustrations in life, like their emotional turmoil can jump on you and affect you, and you don't have to be nowhere near them. Just being in the home in the same vicinity can also affect you. So it's different type of practices, and I mean it's a lot to do, but I guess it comes with the self-care, and having self-awareness to take those spiritual baths and do like the Epsom salt, like anything. And I mean it's like you can do anything honestly, to cleanse. I'm even picking up to show y'all like the Florida water. I was just guided to start doing Florida water after the readings. Like anything that's symbolic that you trust and you have some type of faith or belief in, it will work. I mean it works and it helps. Okay, so moving on to boundaries around intimacy. This is something I honestly can tell y'all I struggle with. And I've been learning, I guess, is a part of my life path and a part of my birth chart. Okay. And I'll even do some astrology readings, you guys, as well. Like, on here, I'll get into like astrology stuff that I've learned and seen, just to talk about my opinion and my personal experience. But my boundaries around intimacy throughout my life, from a young child to growing up, like, my mom always felt like I needed to be protected. I'm here from the world, from the outside. People, places, and things. She used to always feel or know, and instinctively, that people would try to use me or abuse me. And because she felt that way, I almost felt a disinterest in that. Like I didn't see it. I didn't feel like people were using me. Because again, I think as a younger child, I was embodying my father's energy, so I was more stronger. Nonchalant, and I wasn't spiritually aware or awakened yet. So fast forward to the future. Once I did become spiritually awakened, I always had this energy of trying to help a lot. But codependency where energy where I felt that if you be there for people, if you love people, if you give to people, like you get the same in return. And that's completely inaccurate. I had to learn that the hard way. Maybe the harder way. I had to learn that the hard way. But I am a person who likes to learn through like through other people. I like to hear what other people are going through and listen, watch, and take their perspective and learn from that versus having to actually go through the hard experience. I'm one of them people. I feel like, why you just can't tell me? But I've had situations too where I feel like I've had the knowledge and still not applied it. So I feel like trauma, pain, and struggle it does equip you to buckle down and like use the knowledge that you have and the wisdom you have and apply it to your life, because you understand that you need to, or else, etc. will happen. But when it comes to boundaries around intimacy, you guys, especially for my females, and I'm picking up some men could deal with this too when it comes to sexual attraction. Like if you're really sexually attractive or you exude sexuality or you're just a really handsome figure, I'm hearing, you can deal with this too, whether it's the pressure to have sex or be intimate with a person. On the first night, first day, within a few nights, like people just rushing you these days, such in a rush, to get in your pants, quote unquote. And it's not just about the intimacy or the pleasure or the fun of it or just them wanting you or desiring you like you're an object. It's the fact that it's bigger than them, and you, because spiritually, you could be your energy could be tampered with. You're connecting with someone, on a soul karmic level. So if you begin to create soul karmic ties with these people, and then you could pick up the karma, trail line from the other people, prospects and pursuers that they have been with, and that's what in the spiritual community, they call it a sexually transmitted demons, okay, which basically just karma. Like, if they've slept with a lot of people who have trauma, they are carrying that trauma as well, and then they can induce it into you, and then it's like now you have to transmute it, and you'll feel the heavy energy if the person you sleep with have a heavy energy, okay. And I'm getting like even kissing and touching and rubbing, like that sexual tie, intimacy, chemistry can create soul ties. But I had to learn like boundaries when it comes to intimacy, because I feel like in the sexual community, I feel like guys, I can only speak for guys because I date men. For me, I've seen a lot of men pursue women in a sense where it's like they feel like they have to pressure you or guide you. I mean, like into sex, like as if you don't know what you want or you don't know what you're feeling. It's like a manipulative type of fashion, or like being peer. I mean, peer pressure, like feeling like you're being peer pressured to do something that you know you're not ready to do, and it's like almost like they don't believe you when you say you don't want to or you're not ready. I know it's like you're being coached, I'm here, into this, I'm in this sexual session, and you're not fulfilled by it because it's like you're kind of almost like pleasing them, you know, through the situation. Like you're trying to be kind, or you're trying to go with the flow. But there's also an energy when you do feel like a sense of uncomfortable, when it feels uncomfortable, like because you like the person, but they are, I mean, rushing out the gate, or they're moving too quickly, and you want to get to that point, but you're not really ready yet. You know, I mean, some people probably here will be abstinent, I mean, until further notice, you know, I mean, until respect is gained, until they actually get into a partnership. But the people that we meet, a lot of like the generation now, everyone's rushing to be intimate, and lay down and everything. And it's just, it's so, I'm here bewildering. I'm here belittling, and I'm here like, I'm here disgusting and outrageous, like to have to deal with it. But I've had to deal with it when it comes to like dating. You know, a lot of times, like I take long gaps of abstinency in between. You know, being intimate, which that's the next subject, is abstinence. Yeah, because I'm flowing through them, y'all. I want to say, for people who do struggle with this when it comes to like, I'm hearing, you better not cross that line, because nobody's gonna save you. Like, if you struggle with boundaries, especially around being intimate, and when you're ready, when you're trying to date, especially if you're really attractive, you date a lot of people, you know, and just because you hang out with them doesn't mean you have to have sex. I'm here. So I've learned the word uncomfortable. Like, you're making me feel uncomfortable. I feel like specifically men, I can't speak for women, but I feel like it should be the same for a woman too, you know, if you're dealing with a woman, to say like in the moment, I'm uncomfortable. I know that people feel the word uncomfortable sounds, I mean, like rape. I mean, like assets, like assets. I don't know how you say it, assets or whatever. What this person is like dominating you or pursuing you to the point where you feel, I'm hearing, bewildered, like ran over or rushed into a situation that you're not respectful of. So I feel like the word uncomfortable, people hear that more than, you know, you trying to be kind about it or no. Because I hate when I get put in a situation where I feel like I have to become aggressive for the person to understand, like, I'm not ready for that. Like, I don't want to take it there. And I mean, honestly, too, like, there's an energy as well. I mean, a time and a place. Like, if you try to talk to a person or meet people more outside of like convenient situations where like it's at your house or in a bedroom or things like that, I feel like even just stay out the house. So I feel like it's even easier for you to maneuver it. But I feel like that is something as a tip I can give you guys when it comes to, I mean, shape shifting and transitioning through these boundaries and how to put people in their place. Tell them that you feel uncomfortable, and and that's where people understand, like, I'm really not ready, you know. And I mean, something about me, and don't sleep in the bed together, a lot of those things like that, I mean, just safely kept, like, it makes it easier. But I have struggled with that when it comes to, like, I had read in my chart there was something about like being easily persuaded out of what my comfort zone is, um because it's like trying to like see what happens, go with the flow, or like being in a moment. But a lot of times it's like when you are spiritual, a lot of times you kind of do know what you want, or if you're in a high vibration or you're self-aware, you kind of do know what you like, know what you want. So there's no really need for you to like be going with the flow, because you're not trying to understand anything. You know what you like, you know what it takes to be fulfilled, etc. So it's like if you're not open to it for real, or you're not really ready for it, it's like there's no experience really to gain from it, but discomfort, or feeling like, you know, used and abused, or feeling like, you know, you are now open to someone that possibly you don't even possibly want to be with or talk to, So that's something else to discuss, like to know like this is a real thing, feeling peer pressure, especially if you're trying to date, you don't want to like cut it off and everything, but it's like you have to be like I feels like you just have to have boundaries so damn strong. I'm even picking up the movie. I'm hearing Boys to Men. I'm picking up I think Boys in the Hood or something, like how the sexual encounter was with that, initiating, etc. Um, but also like I kind of touched on that the side effects of having of sex on empaths and sensitive, like we said about the transmitted demons, etc., etc. Like that's a thing too. When you might feel ready, but you're afraid because you don't know what you might gain. I'm hearing a pick up from that person's energy cards. I'm hearing once you I'm here and swallow them whole, lol. I'm here once you be intimate with this person, you don't know what you're gonna absorb from this person, like, so I'm here, so do make it I'm here to think to, again, this goes back to like being a sponge, like cleansing yourself, cleansing your energy, all right, as well, y'all. Because of, I guess, my past of dealing with boundaries around intimacy and being frustrated with it, it almost makes me feel like I can't even date, because like I really get into these situations, you guys, where like the pressure be real. Like it's almost like it be like like standing near a devil. Like the men can be so in my face, so aggressive, and I could really like this person, really be into this person, but when it comes to that, like I am like sexually guarded. Like I'm not I'm not like promiscuous. I'm not like a fast jump into that type of person, and I'm sapiosexual too, so I'm more stimulated by a person who's intelligent, who's more talkative, and like I get to know, like intelligently before like just seeing somebody and thinking he's sexy and wanting to get down with them and be intimate with them. It takes me a little time. Like I go about it differently, so I really like have to deal with that seriously. So that makes me abstain from sex like for months and years at a time, constantly. And there's this energy that I feel of like purity that comes over me, guys, like cleansing energy. It be making me feel like if I just didn't date for a whole year, like or two, like just where would I be, when it comes to like, because I do feel like I be fighting other energies. We can tend to get in a situation where you're fighting other energies that's slowing down your progress in life, due to like interference. But also I've learned too, by being like abstinent a lot, it tends to bring the pressure high, and I think that's why it's felt even almost traumatizing to me to date sometimes, because it makes the sexual tension for the other party I'm hearing stronger, like more intense. So they're like, I'm hearing like a multi flame. It's like they be burning hot, like, on fire for you, to have you, be with you, sex you, be intimate with you, like even like possess you. Like some people meet me and just want to throw me into a relationship, because they don't understand that their sexual desire to me is strong, because I'm like kind of saving myself and cleansing myself and clearing myself and also protecting my energy field, because it is like the sex is connected to the chakras, so you letting someone in your auric field, your chakra field. So I'm always cleansing it, but I can say that it does increase the potential of a lot of like sexual partners and stuff. And I know this is always like a up and down. Like you can be open to sexual partners and like you don't meet anybody on that kick. But as soon as you're like closed off and you're like, I'm not doing nothing, I'm not gonna date, I'm not gonna be out there, or I'm just not gonna be open to sex, it's like the energy becomes so strong around you where you just attract people like who want that exactly, like opposites attract type of energy. But there is the energy of like, if you do practice semen retention or just no sex at all, like, or not even self pleasure, like you do have an energy of cleansing and clearing, and you'll feel like this almost this innocent pure energy come over you. And I mean, it's even much more distasteful when you meet a partner, you date a person and they're trying to rush you into something. So yes, and then moving into y'all the food water fasting thing as well. I do that a lot, you guys, with the food water fasting. I'm still trying to reach my my desired image, my best self as well. And I've noticed, like, abstaining from food or abstaining from water, abstaining from both, because I do dry fast. um I noticed it clears a lot of things out of your life, a lot of people out of your life. It tends to raise your vibration. It can naturally cause you to like change your eating habits naturally due to your vibration shifting or things being cleared out. But also the trauma of it or the hardship of it, you guys, I feel like, is I notice when you abstain from like food or you try to go on a water fast or things like that, you'll notice like a lot of, like, basically withdrawal emotions come up, that you haven't dealt with before, or you haven't dealt with a lot. And it could be, almost traumatizing, like frustrating, annoying to try to ignore it and everything. So it's almost like you literally have to get ready for a purge, or get ready to process like all these deep feelings and deep emotions and have these deep discussions with yourself and things like that. So I don't know why I feel guided, like, for you to say, you guys, like, be open to, just cry, just crying, letting the emotions flow, and being real, honest with yourself. Stop being jaded. Like, be really honest with yourself when it comes to what you spiritually fighting, because a lot of times we're fighting all type of, spirits and demons and entities, things trying to, invoke, I'm getting like distraction or like sabotage us when it comes to like being your better self and getting into the higher vibration. If you believe in yin, you gotta believe in yang. You gotta believe in good, you believe in bad. But I've seen so much results, you guys, like when it comes to like clearer skin, better health from fasting. Like, it's a beautiful thing to take into life, take into like your lifestyle. But also I feel like that can also help with like everything we talked about when it comes to like better boundaries, and I feel like too, the higher the vibration, like the better type of people you should meet, as well, when it comes to like getting into a higher vibration and staying there. Because some different types of foods, you guys, can and also cold drinks can bring you into lower vibrations. You are what you eat, and that's just literally what it is. Honestly, I try to practice keto, which is a lot of meat, and I feel like I'm better on a pescatarian. I feel like fishes and shrimps and things like that, seafood, I feel like it doesn't affect you as heavy, I notice, as like eating meats and things. Like the way they process the meats, or like what they do to the animals, it definitely could weigh down your energy. So I also would try to practice that, saying grace, being thankful, like thanking the presence of the animal. If you eat animal types of food, will be surprised how much a difference this can make in your life when it comes to you being able to enjoy the fruits of life, and the foods of life, and not indulge in the auric field energy transaction that can happen by eating these daily day foods that are not in the highest vibration and everything. So all of these things can help you guys when it comes to just clearing your energy, boundaries, things like that. But also, I'm bringing these topics up to, yes, it takes it takes vulnerability to talk about these things, but as well as like you all be able to get like perspective, because I'm picking up like an, like sometimes you could be going through something or seeing a pattern and not even realize like that you're dealing with it, and you need someone to bring it up. So there's a lot of reasons why I'm bringing up these topics. These are the topics that kind of spirit has brought up for me to bring up, and like I said, this is the ongoing podcast, once or twice a week or whatever. So I'm gonna keep going more and more and more and more and more in, you guys. So I hope this helps you guys. I hope y'all like it. I hope we can get into some more discussions and things like that. And I want to be all excited and happy, but a lot of these topics are so serious, you guys. Like, it's kind of hard to be like joking about it, because a lot of this stuff is really life changing. It's really serious, to deal with these types of things, So yeah, this is just what it is. So y'all let me know what else y'all would like to discuss. Like, again, I ask you guys to tell me things that you guys are going through, so we can discuss it, with each other on the podcast. All right, I love you. Be sweet.